happy to move forward from this one. But again, hats off to both teams. We're very fortunate to win the game. We got a lot to teach and learn from, and but we're 2-0, and that's what we wanted to get done.
Dabo went your way, but you're holding your breath on the touchback.
Well, you know what? I've had some of them go against me too. I've had them good and bad, and that's, you live long enough, it'll even out. Tough call, certainly a tough call. Tough break, but you know, at the end of the day, if the kid hangs on the ball, you ain't got a problem. Give Kayvon Wallace some credit. You know, if you hand the ball to the ref, you don't have a question. And I'm sure Jimbo's really ticked off, and you know, tough call, bang bang play. But when it's all said and done and cooler heads prevail, I promise you, he's gonna put his arm around that young man and say, "Hey, you hand that ball to that ref, we ain't having this conversation." And old Coach Swinney's over there going to number 12. Hey, thank you for not giving up on that play. You know, that's what a heart of a champion looks like right there. You know, instead of just, you know, not getting exposed and, oh man, I didn't quite get there. Man, he's giving all he's got, and he goes and he knocks the ball loose and creates a situation. And so, you know, it's a bang bang play, and certainly if you're on that side, a very tough call. I thought it was going to be hard to overturn. You know, and if they'd have called it the other way, it'd probably been hard to overturn. But like I said, I'm just proud of my guy for busting his butt and getting over there and knocking it loose. So I give all the credit to Kayvon, and great effort by their guy trying to score. But you know, I know Jimbo will coach that up. And, but again, tough break for both teams in several situations.
What did you see from Kelly on those last two? Or those two touchdown drives in the third quarter after he kind of set for a couple series? What did you see from him on that?
No, just I mean, he was just locked in the whole game. I mean, he had one series. It was the 4th and 1. That series was probably his worst series. You know, we did enough to get down there, but that was probably his worst series in the game. He missed a couple of throws that were really pretty easy throws. He just missed them real high. But then we end up, you know, settling in and getting down the field, and we just don't get the snap, you know, and just disappointing, you know. I mean, I was going to kick a field goal. Heck, I wish 26 hadn't run to the 1, you know, but I felt good about our run game at that point, and it's 4th and 1 on the road. You're up 14-3, I think, at the time, and I mean, shoot, man. I mean, if we're going to be a championship team, we got to make that. And but I would have kicked the field goal had we, you know, not had as good a success there. I thought it was a great run by Adam, but that was disappointing. But after that, I thought he really kind of settled in, and he played well. I mean, he made some really big time throws, huge runs, took care of the ball, managed the game, and that's what we needed him to do in some critical situations. But he showed a lot of poise. So it was good to see, and I thought Trevor did a great job. I mean, this kid's a true freshman. He walked right out there like it ain't nothing. I don't know how long that touchdown pass was, but he just laid it out there. That's what he coached to do. They gave us a one-on-one, put it up there. OT made a great play. All right, strike up the band. Well, that was a series, so I think we ended up putting it back in there another series because it was like one play. So we wanted to give him some good experience. And it's the same thing, but he'll get so much better from that. But there's no doubt, I thought Kelly down the stretch of the 4th quarter really settled in, and you know, gave us the experience that we needed in that moment to get out of here with a win.
Run passages versus defense, Kellen Mond making plays.
Kellen made some plays. I thought we didn't do as good a job at times with our rush. And we had a couple of penalties that hurt us, and so we got a couple bad calls that I thought they did a good job of exposing us. They had a heck of a plan. I mean, their screen game, they did a great job on the screen game and not tipping some things typically that you might see with the offensive line, and you know, give them credit for that. I thought the quarterback again I thought he threw the ball really well, but he had at times he held the ball a little too long. But you know, again, we played a lot of plays on defense, and but we needed one more, and we got it done.
Coach, you said you thought that this would be.
We did have some busted coverages though.
You said said you thought this would be a game in which you had to make a lot of adjustments on the fly. How would you evaluate your staff performance in that regard?
Hey, we won. It's hard to grade any better than that. We won the game, so that's all you can go on. At the end of the day, it's about results, and that's we live in a results oriented. This is what it is. I mean, we could have done an awesome job and lost. Nobody would care. So we won the game. That's all that matters.
Dabo on the throw to
What Tony told us was on the touchdown pass from Lawrence to Higgins. It was a run pass option.
Yeah, it was RPO.
Yeah, for Trevor to read that in that environment, can you talk about that?
Yeah, just incredible. I mean, we wanted to give him options early, and he just had his eyes on the right thing. That's what I told him. I said, just do what you do in practice, just execute. So we go right out first play, and we got the look we wanted, and he made just a beautiful throw. T's a handful. He's a guy now that's, as a sophomore, that's kind of coming into his own with confidence. And, last year he was weak and just learning how to play at this level. And so he's just way better. And even though we weren't as efficient as we need to be offensively, at times we were efficient and then we wouldn't finish. And so, but the explosive play, to see the explosive play back in our offense, I think that's a good sign for the rest of the season.
Dabo, the touchdown pass to DeAndre Overton.
Quarterbacks, I'm just curious, with the 2-game sample size, can you see yourself playing both the rest of the year? Is that easy for you to envision?
Well, as long as they play well, and that's kind of what I've said. We go grade the tape and evaluate them just like we do every day, and so we'll grade the tape and see exactly what it looked like, and then. But yeah, I mean, as long as they play well. We want to continue to get Trevor in the game. He's a special talent. Y'all seen that, and he's just gonna get better. But you just gotta love what you see out of Kelly. And again, he's just locked in on what he's doing and trying to play well with his opportunity. And so I think both of those guys can help our football team. Again, if something really changes and separates where we just have way more confidence in one guy, then you could see an adjustment somewhere down the road. But honestly, I hope that they will both play well with their opportunity. And if they do that, then I don't see a situation where they can't continue to play, as we go. So we'll see.
Dabo on the touchdown.
Players, we're going to start them out back.
On the touchdown to DeAndre. On the touchdown to DeAndre Overton earlier in the game, Kelly, he checked out that play at the last minute and made that pass. What do you say about that play?
Yeah, that was a great job. And tough coverage, zero coverage look, corner way inside. I thought DeAndre did a pretty good job of getting inside and trying to be. I think we got a penalty on it as well. I think they held him, but that was a great. Because if you win it, he's way inside for a reason, and he shouldn't get inside. But he did. Because if you can get inside, it should be a touchdown. So just great recognition by Kelly and a good finish by DeAndre.
Coach, going back to the secondary, it looks like you stuck with your top 3 corners for most, if not all, of the game. How close are you, Kyler, Mario, and Anthony, getting into these situations?
Well, you'll see them continue to play. Just again, lots of unknowns, lots of bunch formations, lots of checks, lots of things happening out there, and they just. We went with the guys that gave us the best chance in that situation tonight. They'll continue to get better, and but we did play, all those safeties. Denzel made some big plays. Nolan played a lot. We got a lot of confidence in those 4 guys, and we'll continue to grow Kyler and Mario as we go.
How do you get 2 quarterbacks in the context of chasing a championship? Georgia and Alabama are doing the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, it just is what it is. I mean, I think you just evaluate your team each and every year as you go, and that's just where we are. I mean, if it changes, it changes, but they're just 2 really good players that have both earned the opportunity to play because it's been really close. And it's no different to me than playing multiple linebackers, playing multiple D linemen, playing where it's close, playing more receivers, playing multiple running backs. It just happens to be a quarterback. And but they've done an awesome job. They've embraced it and support each other, and they just focus on themselves. It's been fun to see, but make no mistake, what you saw out there tonight is going to bode well for our team as we go for this season. we're gonna build a ton off of what happened tonight, from the good and the bad, and the experience that some of those guys got will pay off for us big time.
Dabo, do you think